Well, as soon as you see that pirate ship in the north end zone, you know exactly where we are. It's the home of the Buccaneers, Raymond James Stadium in Tampa Bay. Straight ahead is what should be a very entertaining matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. On one sideline, look at the head coach of the Browns. These guys dropped their opener on the road last week, hoping for better fortunes here in week 2. On the opposite sideline, the head coach of the Buccaneers, Todd Bowles. His guys were winners in week 1, and you know they'd love to begin the year with back-to-back victories. Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. This is Chase McLaughlin on to handle the opening kick. And away we go beneath the Florida heat. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So here are the Browns now, headed out for their first drive. At the helm for him, second year now out of the University of Colorado, Shedeur Sanders.
He gave us all the excitement we could hope for last week, but it wasn't all in a good way, at least for his team. Never knew if his throws were going to end in a touchdown or turnovers, and he had a couple of both by the end of the loss. Don't want him to lose that gunslinger mentality. Just want him to be a little more thoughtful with each and every decision.
8-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Sanders back to throw. Jerry Jeudy with the grab. Taken down, but not before he picks up 11 on the play. It's going to be first down, Cleveland.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Browns.
Now pitch it out to Judkins. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackle for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
This one isn't looking much better, Brock. He's handed another loss. That's 2 in a row. They've got 3rd down now coming up. Back to throw. Here's Sanders. Forced out to his right. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up. Browns are lining up to punt. And this will bring a drive that had some promise to a disappointing end. So here come the Buccaneers, ready for their opening drive. Steering the ship, approaching a decade now in the NFL, the former #1 overall pick, Baker Mayfield.
There's just certain quarterbacks, the way they run on the field. You just say their name and just some adjectives and attributes pop up right away. Baker Mayfield, tough, a will to win. I'm not surprised at all to see himself back in the starting role. Not surprised at all to see him flourish. The dude is mentally tough, he's mentally strong, and he typically makes the most of his opportunities.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Once again, Irving. Forward progress stops. Play winds up going for about 6. That's good for the first down. Bet him on back-to-back plays, Brock, and he's got them moving now on this opening series.
Yeah, he's not needed any time at all to find his groove and settle in. This should set the table for the rest of the day.
Here's Baker. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down. Ball still on that 34-yard line, 2nd and 10. Putting a receiver in motion. On 2nd down, Mayfield. Look is there, but so is a defender. That hit forces the drop. That's going to bring up 3rd down. So 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. Third and long. They're going to throw. A risky throw, and they're going to intercept it. Picked off by Carson Schlesinger. 1st and 10 now from the 46. It's a sweep. He pumps the pass forward. Breaks the tackle. It looks like he got around 8 yards before he headed out of bounds. Second down. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Shotgun handoff here for Junkins. Nothing doing on second. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer.
It's a loss of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Sanders going to look to throw. That one's caught by Tillman. They manage about 9 before a stop is made. And that's going to be a Browns first down. We've set it downs for him from the 31.
And the Browns first down.
From the pistol, here's Junkins. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. That's Antoine Winfield Jr. up to make that play.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
They'll need 4 to convert now after no gain on 2nd down.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Sanders setting the pass. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down, but 8 was enough. They got what they needed. First down coming.
We call third downs money downs for a reason, Kate, because it takes everybody offensively to cash in. Excellent protection. Set the table for the QB to get the completion and the yards.
The ball's out. The ball's out. He lost it. The Buccaneers pick it up. Not a ton after the recovery, so they're going to take possession deep in their own territory.
You know, that just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security's a premium on every down, every distance. But on first...
Trying to get it to the receiver.
Especially a killer.
And they're going to pitch it out to Irving. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Just couldn't get outside quick enough to take that D-line out of the picture. And one of those guys impressively got on the edge and caught him.
You know what's scary in this game today, Kate? When you watch the combine and you watch these 280-pound DNs that run like 4.6. Yeah. I am really thankful I don't play quarterback in today's game.
Catch made by Bucky Irving. And the defense gets the stop to deny that first down, but still a very good gain. They picked up 12, 3rd and short. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Buccaneers football as we begin. They'll have an easy 3rd and 1. Got his man. This is McMillan. And he's going to be taken down, so calling about 8 yards on that play. And that means they got the first.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the first down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Mayfield will look to throw. This is Cox with daylight at the 40. Get in there for the stomp. They'll give him about 9 on the play. And that will set up a Bucs first down. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball with the 44. Off the play fake. Here's Mayfield. That's complete. Downfield to Godwin. That's a Tampa Bay touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Wallace with a return here. Things going well so far. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled. The Browns back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. Still in search of their first points as we work our way through the middle of this game. The score 7-0. They pitch it to him. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. That Goose egg up on the scoreboard, Brock. That is not going away anytime soon if they keep having plays like that. They really need something. An injection of energy here. Nothing will take the spark out of the series quite like getting stuck for a loss. Outright, Boston's got it. And give him a gain of about 6 before he steps out of bounds. It's going to bring up third down. I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy. That's complete to Tillman outright. And they're going to take him down just short of that marker. In that range, might we see them go for this fourth down? And that offense isn't budging. They're going for it. Sanders going to throw on 4. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs. You know, kid, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did. Drive begins with a run by Irving. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second. This is Irving on second. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with third down and 6 to go.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Here's Baker to throw. Hits his running back. And he's going to get this one ahead for what looks to be about 20 yards, maybe even a little more, and that first down.
It's a gain of 21 yards. And a first down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
And they'll pitch it out to him. And he'll be met near the line to limit the game to a yard. That was Denzel Ward who brought that play to an end. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down.
At the 26-yard line.
And not going to get a snap here. We have arrived at our 2-minute warning. It's the Bucs who are in front here at Raymond James. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Throwing, Baker. Lying right side by McMillan. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. He picks up 15 on the play. And that will be a Tampa Bay first down. Irving on the inside give. And he gets home. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Bucky Irving from 11 yards out. Picking up where they left off in that season-opening win last week, Brock. Quickly out in front, and they're adding to it as they push to be one of the teams to start the season 2-0.
When you get going like this, it really doesn't matter what call comes in that headset. Everybody in the huddle feels it, like they're not going to stop us on the other side. And really, they have it.
Wallace with a return here. Things going well so far.
Thank you.
Midfield, and he's got space. Hits the 20. Touchdown! They return the kick all the way to the house.
Touchdown.
Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
After watching one kick get taken back, partner, let's see how well they can replicate it as this one's away. Here's Sky Moore on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Buccaneers and Bucky Irving ready for their next possession. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. Bucs to the line. 1st and 10. Baker now. That's caught. It's Cade Otton. And he's going to be brought down right after making that catch. A good gain, but the tackle limits it to 9. Before we can get a snap on second down, they call timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Motion man left is Egbuka. 2nd down, here's Baker. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. Big play before they get to him. That one's going to pick up about 23. And that is good for a Buccaneer first down.
1st and 10 at the 40.
Mayfield to throw. Now he takes it. This one doesn't get much. Down to 41. Mason Graham engulfing that play. Tampa spends its 2nd timeout now. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Now Mayfield on 2nd down. And that one's incomplete. He got muscled off the ball there. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Intended for Bucky Irving. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Now Mayfield. That's caught for the first. He runs this to the 25 before being brought down. He gets 16 yards on that play. And the Bucs have the first.
That's good. We're on 1st down.
To throw is Mayfield. And they will not connect. Took his shot there to end the half, but no dice. That's going to take us to the break. Not everyone's a fan of the out-of-town scoreboard. We'll keep our focus right here. Let's get back to football with the start of the 2nd half. Moore with a return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Buccaneers getting their offense set to go to begin the 3rd. And they really lean on that passing game in the first half, Brock. Let's see if that emphasis continues to start the 3rd. Here's Mayfield. Dumped off to his running back. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, kid, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it, expecting to break out something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
And they get him down after a gain of 10. But great effort on his part pays off with the first down. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They pitch it out to him here. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards.
It is phenomenally tough to block this guy in a passing situation. Well, equally as tough to block him out there on the edge. He chased that toss down, and I don't envy these guys trying to block that monster today.
On 2nd down, Mayfield. Short pass brought in. And give him about 4, nothing beyond the catch. And hit got there quickly.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
It's complete. This is Egbuka. Defense gets to him, shoves him out, gain of about 16 before they did so. And that is good for a Tampa Bay first down.
That's good. We're on 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Irving here from the gun. And that is exactly what you're looking for on a first down run. He picked up 7.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would.
And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here, and it's going to bring up 3rd down. Their dominance against this ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
They've been doing it.
This goes big, 25 yards before that tackle is made. And that will set up the Bucs first down.
Buccaneers first down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Straight ahead, it's Irving. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Running with Irving again on second. This one nearly moves the chains, but he stopped just shy of that marker. 6-yard pickup brings up 3rd down. Just continuing to grind him down, Brock. That is exactly what you want to do with a lead like this in the second half. You want long, sustained drives.
Because it really serves 2 purposes, right, Kate? Number 1, it helps you build hopefully some points on that board, but just as importantly, you play keep away, and that other side's not hit to touch the rock.
Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Irving can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3. Couldn't beat him again. He tried. He wanted that second touchdown too, Brock. Couldn't get it.
Yeah, I think a couple things, Kate. I don't think they're going to go away from him over the course of the game. And then that run sets up creative play action down by the goal line. Keep an eye on that.
And he has the catch. Gets both feet in. That's a touchdown. Kate Upton scoring on the 13th play of that drive. Wow, just fantastic work there. Tiptoeing along the back line. The concentration was there. Great catch for 6.
Yeah, the concentration and the body control. I don't know how these receivers do it in this day and age. There's no space to work with, yet they have such an awareness to secure it first, to tap dance the line, and go get that touchdown.
And this drive will start inside the 25. The Browns returning their offense and this running back to the field. And we always hear running back say 1 fumble is too many for a game. Well, he's lost 1 now. A low point in a game that's had a lot of struggles for him on the ground. We call that one a gain of, let's say, 2 yards at 2nd down.
26. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Throwing out to the left. Cut! And out of bounds he goes after a gain of 8. It is 3rd down.
Oh, man, these are the kind of plays you can't wait to get on film and watch the next day. Look at the fellow pass catchers. Look at the guys getting out in front, helping on that screen pass. Get your player in space, your buddies do the rest around you, and a big play follows.
Welcome back, football fans. 3rd down now as we begin our final quarter. Going for the first, Judkins. And he's gotten the 1st down. That 3-yard gain was enough on that previous play.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Back to throw. Here's Sanders. Batted away at the line. Incomplete. He didn't put it high enough to get it over that line. 2nd down coming up. Oh, Brock, he's had to wait and wait to even be targeted in this game. And he's going to have to keep waiting now to see that first catch.
You know who will not be waiting? The critics after this one. You've got to get your tight end involved. Find a way somehow to get him the ball.
The stop is made. 1st down coming up. It's a gain of 11.
A gain of 11 on the play.
From the gun, Judkins.
1st down.
And he hits the lane for 9 into enemy territory. Sanders trying to get everyone up to that line.
44-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Looking for a pass on 2nd and short. And getting a screen pass for Judkins. Down the sideline inside the 30. And he's out of bounds, but this one's not going to stay there. And that flag is going to give him half the distance to the goal on top of it. You know this better than most, Brock. Screens normally leave some rushers to come free, but still, it's not often you get roughing the passer on one.
No, it isn't, but I think of Tom Brady. To me, not only the greatest QB sneaker in the game, but he was one of the great screen masters, too. He understood how to sell a screen, draw those defenders to him, and like the QB did right there, sometimes they'll even tee off and you get the penalty.
Got 9 of the 10 with that last grab. Need to get the last yard now on 2nd. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
Denzel busted. 1st and goal, Cleveland.
Trying it with Junkins. And he won't get in. The daylight was there for just a second, but it closed just in time to keep him out. So it's going to be second and goal.
No gain on the play.
It's Junkins again. And he punches this one in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Junkins, the ball carrier. Touchdown.
And this is Schmidt for the extra point.
Andre Schmidt on for the extra point.
This one splits the uprights. It is good. And that cuts the lead to 7.
21. Browns 14.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Buccaneers and Baker Mayfield ready for this next possession. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. We give to Irving to start this drive. Good play call there. 15 yards for their efforts, and they got the first down.
Kind of just feel it, don't you? Trying to close out this game, just keep leaning on that somebody who has produced and made the most of every one of his touches throughout.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here's Baker. Looking middle, and Godwin's got it. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
It's a gain of 8.
Great start on that first down. Only need 2 here on second.
49-yard line.
Now here's Mayfield. Dumps it off to his running back. And it's just going to be a modest gain of about 4, but that is still enough to pick up the first down for him.
A gain of 4 yards. Complete to number 7, Bucky Irving.
Here's the give to Irving. And he'll make his way through for a pickup of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
And I'll toss it here to Irving. And he takes it ahead for about 4 yards. It's third down.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
And understandably, they're happy to just let this clock run down to our 2-minute warning. Buccaneers leading by 7. Third and just 2 to go. Irving trying to run for the first. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Only need a little bit, but all they can manage was a lone yard there, Brock. They're handed 4th down now.
You know what that's called, Kate? That is called block destruction. It is the only way in those situations defensively up front that you win in that manner. They destroyed it at the point of attack.
So Chase McLaughlin is on in a high-pressure spot. This is a 55-yard look from the left hash.
Yes.
A kick they needed, but it's no good as it sails too far right. And it stays a one-possession game at 7 points.
They tried for the field goal to really eliminate all shadow of a doubt, and instead, let's introduce some doubt into the picture and a little energy on the other side, Kate. It's not quite an automatic win still. They're going to have to get focused defensively and make sure they get a stop to clinch this.
2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
At the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Setting up to pass. Looking middle, he's got Concepcion. He managed about 9 before a stop is made. And it gives the Browns a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. First down.
Shotgun hands off here for Junkins. And they've got a first down, giving a gain of 13 on that previous play. Browns fighting the clock now, trying to hurry back to that line. He'll look to throw it. That one is complete to Fannin. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. Browns fighting the clock now, trying to hurry back to that line.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 24-yard line.
Back to throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. He tucks it and takes off. They're going to slow him up here after 4, maybe 5 yards. And it's going to be first down Cleveland.
Ruben Dane Jr. A 5-yard gain on the play. And
He is to throw.
first down.
Has him on the the quick hitter. And inbounds he goes, so give them about half of what they needed. That's going to bring up second down.
He's out of bounds at the
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Throwing on second, Sanders. To the sideline, complete, beyond the marker.
That whole operation right there, Kate, delivered with conviction. Passes have to be if you want to pick up first downs and keep the drive on schedule.
They can decide to play for the tie or win later. First, they've got to reach that end zone. It's first and goal. Sanders going to look to throw. And he gets him the touchdown. And now a potential game-deciding play call coming up.
Touchdown, Cleveland.
So they get the all-important touchdown here late in the game, Brock. Now the question, play for the tie or go for two and the lead?
And I know they've got all these charts and numbers and analytics to tell you what to do, but this comes down to the gut and the trust of the head coach. Does he trust his offense more to go get this two-point conversion, or is he going to lean into his defense and believe that they can get the stop?
For the two-point conversion.
Sanders setting the pass. And down he goes! They get to him for a sack, and that made to safe in this game. They remain up by one. Now a timeout's called. Cleveland using its second. And they're still going to have one left at their disposal. As we approach the final half minute of play, their comeback hopes resting on recovering this kick. And the Bucs are able to get to this kick, and now they're just a few moments from victory.
Hey, the numbers don't lie. The numbers tell you, Kate, time and again, it is so hard to recover these onside kicks. And when you got an opponent prepared for it, well, that makes it even more difficult.
Sound the cannons, baby. The Buccaneers win it here in Tampa. And they're stacking momentum right away this season as they begin the year 2-0. Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Buccaneers winners as